everybody, and welcome back to Subs Lie Dubs Lie, a comprehensive anime podcast. It's your boy Jay, aka Versace Vegeta. Now I'm here with my brothers D and LJ. How we doing this week, man?
We chilling, man. We chilling, bro. We all the way good. We happy to be here. First and foremost, it's always a great time to talk about Gundam with the fellas.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited for this one this week. How about you, LJ? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm jealous of the fans. You want to know why I'm jealous of the fans and the listeners and the people? It's because y'all get to hear me now 2 times a week. Until
yeah, man. You hard working this season, bro.
Y'all get to hear me 2 times a week. The Lookout is back. Obviously, when y'all hear this, the episode of The Lookout would have dropped the day before.
Yeah.
Catching up on the 2025 anime year, which has been really fun. We've got some good stuff this year. And obviously we're prepping for next year. I mean, they're coming out the gates hard for winter, 2026. So, y'all get to hear me twice. Y'all get to hear me geek out about Gundam, and then y'all get to hear me banter with Mills and AD on the Lookout. So yeah, man, fun stuff. But it's been a good week so far, man.
Hell yeah, very glad to hear it, man. I'm telling you, like, there is just so much to dive into. Even like what you said, like 2025 has had a lot of anime in it. Right now, the fall season's starting off pretty nice. 2026 is looking pretty crazy in the future as well. With that being said, like, is there anything that's out right now or that's coming out soon that either one of y'all is looking forward to?
Not me. I ain't interested in
nothing at all.
I'll be honest, like, nothing caught my, for scrolling on Twitter.
He hates everything until there's something that everyone else hates, and then magically he loves it. I love that about you.
What? I try to find stuff that's good, but it don't be good. It just be, you know what?
I feel like all the stuff you love has already come out.
It's already, I'm satisfied as an anime fan. Like, there's such a large amount of stuff that I love that's already been done and tackled well. So it's like, I don't really need to go back and just what's modern that I can like. I don't really have to. I have no desire for that. But I'll still give an interest. Like, I want to be up to date. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of the up to date stuff that really gets praised. It just doesn't tickle my fancy. It's either somebody's done it way better, or it's just flat out bad. Like, when y'all try to tell me about the JJK nonsense, I gave it a try. I binged the whole entire season of it. The anime and the manga. It was whack. Attack on Titan, I tried to give it a fair shake. Trash. Didn't like it. Like Demon Slayer, I liked it. Was calm for what it was. The My Hero stuff, it's calm for what it was. You know what I'm saying? But the rest stuff y'all be hyping, I'll be really questioning. Like, maybe this is entertainment to a lot of folk, but I'm not gonna shame somebody for liking something that I don't like, unless you really, really you going hard for it. You trying to tell me that it's the greatest thing ever, and my opinion is wrong. That's when we pump all the brakes, and I really get that's when I really start slandering. Like, if you tell me that I'm supposed to feel that certain way about it, then I'm gonna personally see to it. I make fun of you, but for no. If something cool comes out, I'll check it anyways. Like, the timeline always makes sure you know about what's going on and what's hot and what's not. So, let's try Q4 season. Let's give me something good. Change my mind. Don't rely on bringing back something from the old days.
I will say this. I think we are reaching peak remake.
That's all we doing. I can't even say peak remake because I saw what the Fist of the North Star thing looked like, and now you know what? I'm sick and tired of y'all. I'm
gonna have to wait to see that, and I'm gonna have to wait to see the actual episode of that, bro. Because I'm sorry, I saw a lot of people saying, "No, the 3D look good." I was like, "Not to me."
It's the same folks that did the Berserk joint, bro.
It's the same. Oh no, man, come on.
Come on, it's the same people. Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, listen, any person that has to tell you the 3D looks good, It doesn't look good.
I
didn't know that.
You're trying to sell me on it, and we've been here before.
That's like somebody being like, the AI look real. No, it don't.
Yeah,
man.
no, it don't. You trying too hard. Like, you're trying to make sure that people who finally get into the series, because people have talked about it a lot. It's known for its memes. You're trying to make sure people have a bad opinion on this series, no matter what. Y'all did that to Berserk, and then y'all brought this from the ground up to destroy it. That's terrible business, bro. That's terrible. I don't know what the infatuation is of bringing cult classics back just to make sure you ruin everybody's memory of it. Because even people talk about Berserk, the first thing that comes to mind is 2016. That looked like garbage, bro. That looked absolutely bad.
Hell yeah.
Now you're doing a 10-year anniversary of Cult Class. Apparently, 2026 is when this joint releases. So it'll be 10 years of this particular team making garbage classics.
Back to back classic.
Like, come on, bro.
Trash,
We are afraid of you. Don't touch anything.
We are afraid of you.
We are afraid of you, man. Like, there's going to be a time where somebody wants to pick up Vagabond. And I hope it's not. And I hope it's not.
Actually just saw the rumor there is a studio looking to do it, not a 3D thing, which is great.
Thank goodness. But like, I know somebody's gonna want to pick. Like, we're pushing in that era where like the stuff that haven't gotten touched at all, somebody's going to pick it up. Just please don't pick it up and ruin it. 20th Century Boy, don't ruin it. Like, don't do that.
Hell nah.
If someone ruined 20th Century Boys, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna cry.
Man,
who did Pluto? Whoever did Pluto should just do all the Urasawa stuff.
Anything of Urasawa, it should only be them niggas.
Yeah, because Pluto was amazing. I love Pluto.
Yeah, what was that? Studio M2, I believe.
Yeah, they went so crazy on Pluto.
Stick with that. don't do nothing. Don't just try to respect our classics, you know.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just, they doing their best. That Uzumaki joint, that was terrible.
Oh my god,
that was terrible.
You understand the point of them doing that shit?
Tell them folks do not touch your series no more, bro. Don't tell them don't do it, cause it's nasty out here, brother. It's nasty.
Like, wishing for some remakes is almost like a threat nowadays, man.
Yeah, don't just know. We'll read. We'll read, man. We'll read. Reading is the key.
What about you, LJ? Anything you got coming up soon? Anything you looking forward to? Anything that's out right now that you looking forward to?
I'll stay with looking forward to. I mean, obviously everything is going. There's a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
One Punch Man came back. Obviously My Hero came back. My Hero's looking great. Final season. Which is crazy to think. Like, man, damn, that's a nice little 10-year run. Like, My Hero.
Good things must come to an end.
But next year, I mean, Hell's Paradise is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I like that first season a lot.
I did too. I checked it out. I enjoyed it.
Okay, speaking of remakes, and I might be on an island alone on this one. I fuck with the Trigun remake. Stampede.
I haven't watched the Stampede yet.
I haven't watched Stampede.
I will say I have not watched Stampede yet.
I like Stampede. Stargaze starts top of next year. So that'll be good. All right, so there's a manga, The Darwin Incident.
Not familiar.
So it's about this like half man, half chimpanzee.
Oh, you know what? I have seen the trailer for this.
Yeah, so he, listen, he becomes this kind of anomaly thing, but you got these like, these animal terrorist groups that are coming after him. Yeah, kind of like this. Listen, I read the manga. The manga's great. I'm really happy that it's getting an anime. I have hopes for it. The story is great, so hopefully we'll see what happens there. I'm trying to think what else. Right now it's probably like, Frierin's coming back next year. It's real shonen heavy right now. I say it on the show though. The best thing I'm watching right now is the flower that blooms with dignity. Shout out to Mad Cute shit and shout out to Slice of Life shit.
Wow, really? That was nice.
Yeah, no, that one's good.
You know
That
what?
one's running on
Anytime I've
Netflix.
ever heard you talk about like a slice of life, it did wind up being something that like when I would check it out, I'd be like, I see it, I get it.
Slice of
So
life is cool.
I
bro.
will give that a look.
I mean, listen, I'm just a fan of good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like I am, and obviously you can get that in shonen. I think that shonen has a lot more it can hide behind in terms of lackluster storytelling, where you can be like, you know,
This moment was so.
I
Yeah.
can hide behind a fight, or I can hide behind a something,
A certain
like,
type of arc and a certain archetype.
like you could hide behind a certain trope, character flaws and all these things. I think with slice of life, I think it's harder to, hide bad writing when you don't have these other little things in there that can supplement that.
That makes sense.
I mean, we see it in shonen all the time. I mean, I love Dragon Ball to the death of me, but I'm not gonna always say Dragon Ball's writing has been top tier. But
We've seen the super manga.
Listen, like I'm not gonna say that the writing is always type tier, or even the storytelling is always most elite. But it has moments where it's like, okay, I can sacrifice that for this. I think with like other genres, sometimes it's a little harder to hide that. Especially like I'm saying, dealing with things like slice of life or romance, even comedy. You have to have some type of good, you have to have like a good story
something to lead with. Something that's like more than just the sizzle on the steak.
Because like especially when it comes to like romance, because you have to build, like, obviously there is moments there, but like the build up to it has to be so much more methodical.
That's true. A lot of romance series, if you're not interested in either the characters or their dynamic or how the world's set up, then like it's just kind of like we're just wasting our time till we get to the end. So no, I agree with you there. Personally, I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to start watching. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, obviously.
Yeah, that fits.
Yeah. Any anime that's like, it's about Kamen Rider, or a grown ass man that wants to be a Kamen Rider, that's me. So like, I definitely am interested in the series. I've seen some scans of the manga here and there. Never really like said like, I'm gonna sit down and read the whole thing, but it seems pretty cool, and I like the references that they have to the series as a whole in it. So that seems pretty dope. And obviously, with Gundam Hathaway, his second part.
I'm so stupid. I forgot all about that.
I know.
Dang. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to rewind. I'm looking forward to seeing my boy. I'm looking forward to seeing my boy. It's been so long, man. It's been so long as a reader of that. Like I've always wanted to see that animated, and I was always wondering what Sunrise was doing. So thank you. 2026, that will drop. That is my savior for that year. I don't know what else they throw at me. Maybe a new Gundam series. Hopefully it's better than the last.
I want to read the new manga series they got. Is it running already, or is it coming soon?
It's probably coming soon.
Let's see. I do remember seeing an announcement for a new manga recently. Gundam 8. Yeah. That one's still coming out.
Yeah, that's supposed to.
Or is it out already? Let's see. It does look like the first volume is already out. So the first few chapters of Gundam 8 are already out.
Where that at? Can we buy it?
Not here in the States yet.
Nothing new. We don't get anything.
We got
that
the
I
constant calendar. So another new like timeline. Third planet of the solar system on the way of humanity.
Looks so crazy.
It does.
Gundam Zerius. Oh, god damn. It got that Barbados like feel to it. It looks kind of lean.
Yeah, the frame itself.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just found the Gundam. Shout out to you guys that do fan translations. I just saw the first chat. Like, ooh, man. Shout out to y'all. I'll be reading that. I got something to look forward to this modern.
See, there we go. We saved it. There's always Gundam.
Yeah, there's always Gundam. I want to see stuff that I'm familiar with doing well. So if that's good, and from what I've seen in the comments, it's been interesting. I should be at least satisfied. So yeah, 2026, and currently I'll be good going forward.
Man, I'm telling you, like especially with like Gundam manga, it's hard being a US fan because like you have to either like be like, oh, I'm just gonna go online and I know where to go look and I'm gonna read it there, or if you're really trying to own it, like it's like, oh, please have like the one I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
Personally, I just went over to Kino Kuniya this past weekend, and I was in there looking just to see what their Gunpla selection was like. They had a really great selection at the one here in Atlanta. It's like a huge wall full of like plastic model kits and other stuff like that. I was very surprised to see like Gunpla has not really raised in price over the years, so I haven't bought one in a long time.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
With the tariffs and all.
When I saw high grades were still $15, I was like, wow. Shit.
Yeah, stay like that.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the man. Don't listen to the man. Like, keep this stuff at a reasonable price. Whatever you do, we still want to buy things without getting head cracked. So
they had a master grade of like Ultron for like $50. I was like, that's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
No, that's super reasonable.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit, this is a pretty cool selection they had. But
really, the only time you're getting busted over the head is when you start getting into perfect grades, or you start getting into like special editions, like the one-off joints. You
getting the high grade Penelope. Like, why the fuck? Like,
unless you got it, it. By all means, just not.
Nah, sometimes on Bandai pre-orders though, I'll be like, shit.
Premium Bandai.
Bandai is crazy. They
if they were an American company, they'd be hit with a RICO so fast.
Yeah, people will be stealing. I ain't gonna lie. People will be stealing, bro. Don't come in here with that $400 stuff, bro. Just stay far away from me, cause you know what? There's no good intentions at all from you nor me.
Yeah. Premium Bandai is one of the worst things I've ever found out about. They've taken so much money from me, but it's it's just such a high price line. But I was in there and I was looking through the Gundam manga selection. First off, I had no idea that the Shards Counterattack manga Beltorchika's Children even had an English release. Like, I was completely unaware of that shit. So when I went and looked through, I saw, wait, y'all only got volumes like 2 and 3.
Can't cut it.
I was like, nah, man.
That's not gonna cut it.
Is this like, what, 5 volumes of that, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, and I went online and I looked for English #1 and it was like sold out everywhere. I was like, nah, thanks. Nothing. I'm cool.
Yeah, I went to Amazon because I was gonna do I always can think of something else. I was gonna surprise you with that, like for the our regular Christmas joint.
Yeah.
And then I saw, and that joint said sold out, and then I saw the prices to get it from the UK
third party.
They were talking about $40 shipping.
Yes.
I said, you know what?
They can keep that shit, bro.
You can keep it.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue. I will not fall for any of that. There will be a day when it will be in stock. Might not be today, maybe not next week.
It ain't gonna be no time soon either.
But there will be a day, nonetheless.
Being a Gundam manga fan here, at least in the US, is just suffering, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, listen, your options are Thunderbolt,
the origin.
the origin theory. I got all of those.
That's it, bro. Yo, if you're not French, you're out of here, bro.
At this point, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm about to just learn how to read French.
I don't know
how to speak it. Don't teach me how to speak. I just want to know how to read it.
Yeah, because we be good. because they get everything.
They're the fact
perfect.
that I'm still waiting for an Aoashi Volume 1.
And they're like, oh, we've got the entire thing here.
We got the entire thing here. Pepe and them got the whole entire thing. So might as well learn how to read it because they ain't changing. They are full on weed.
Man, it's insane.
They've been for a minute too. So shout out to them.
It's insane. But from one source of pain to what I know is about to be another deep, deep source of pain for some of us here this week.
Yeah.
Gundam has seen its fair share of soldiers throughout the years, right?
Yeah.
We've got warriors that have been haunted by war.
Mm-hmm.
Those that have been trapped and burdened by their duty. Some who have taken on silence to only find no peace. There was one who broke silence loudly, very loudly.
Even yelled it.
Domon Kasshu did not fight from some sort of political gain or logic or any sense whatsoever, but he did fight with plenty of heart and rage and love. In a world that's ruled by nations and machines, he reminded everybody what it was like to be human, even if it was just from screaming at the top of his lungs. This week, we're diving into G Gundam's Burning Soul, the King of Hearts, Domon Kasshu. Tune in after the break as we get into it, because good Lord, are we getting into it.
Love, honor, sacrifice, revenge, and a whole lot of destruction. Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set, ready, go!
I will get rid of them with my own hand. Your crime shall not go unpunished.
Let's do it!
Fire!
What's happening?
Take this! My love, my anger, and all my sorrow!
G Gundam, weekdays at 5. Only Toonami.
I'm going to start this off by saying I love this character. I love this character. I really do. I really do. I really do.
D does too.
I don't. I'm pretty sure he don't.
You know what? In the words of Nas, hate is just misplaced admiration. That's all it
For
is.
this guy? For this guy? Listen, bro, there's a lot of protagonists in the world of Gundam. This guy? I don't have anything positive to say. There's nothing. And usually I try to look at the bright side for any piece of media that I get, even if I don't like it. There's nothing cool for me to say about this dude. He kind of sucks. And not even kinda. That's just me being nice. He really does suck. There's nothing to it. I don't think he does anything that any other Gundam character does to make a series enjoyable. So, if you enjoy him, more power to you. I like when people enjoy things. This just doesn't do it for me.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that G Gundam itself is just different as a whole.
If it was good, if it was good, I would have said it was good.
Yeah,
it's different. It's different and it's bad. That's a
there
bad
are shows
thing.
that are similar to like Gundam Build Fighters. I find very fun. Like that first Gundam Build Fighters is actually a pretty decent fucking show.
Yeah, and we know what it's like. It's just a side spin-off that nobody cares. This is supposed to be.
You see what I'm saying?
This is supposed
That's
to be.
what makes it different. When it doesn't matter, when there's no stakes involved, it's easy to enjoy it.
And
absolutely.
even then, it's like light work. You know what I'm saying? I don't find it truly all the way bad. Even if I were to take it seriously, I take this bad because it just doesn't do. I get what it's aiming for, and I can go into the lens of 1994 and seeing that you want to try something different. What you did differently wasn't good. So now when I'm looking at it, you wanted to change up the formula, and after an anniversary, you kind of expect that. You want to start with the new and out with the old. This was not a good attempt, and everything in 1994 that was similar to a degree did it better. So you're lacking. And I just find it strange because this again is a company, Sunrise, that has had super robot shows under its umbrella that have been good. We even have some of the writers that worked on this joint that have written shows that are better. So I'm led to believe that this was just like, y'all didn't treat this as like a good project for an anniversary. Like this is no UFC. We're out with this. We're done. Tomino's taking a depressive break right now. He's going through it. This was not good. Like, bro, this is not like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I would be looking on the bright side for having this. I don't know how, like, Wing tried its best, even though Wing is kind of like, but it's like, you know, I understand why y'all changed it right back. Because this was not it. I wouldn't, like, if there would have been another G Gundam, even if it was in a sequel and you were just trying to replicate that super robot formula, I'd be like, you know what? I'm kind of smooth. You know, that run was perfect. You'll never forget. You'll never forget Char's counterattack. Ever. You can't take away those UC OVAs. Ever. But going forward, I've dropped shows for less. It's true. You see how people treat GT? Like, and act like it don't exist? For those who hate it, I do the same thing for this one. It's just bad.
And see, that does kind of set the tone a little bit, because we have to take in consideration that every Gundam series up until this had all been the Universal Century, right?
Yeah.
It had all been just like, we knew what Gundam was, this political realism, like we've seen in shows like War in the Pocket, like we've seen in shows like Zeta Gundam, right?
Yeah.
The plight of war in shows that we've seen like Victory Gundam or 0083, right?
Yes.
We get to what's supposed to be the 15th anniversary of all of Gundam, and we're given G Gundam, Mobile Fighter G Gundam. First off, this is the first show that's not even called Mobile Suit.
Yeah,
like,
you should have red flag alert if you anybody.
Also, it's the first one that has a main protagonist that isn't a child.
Yeah.
We'll get into it later, man. But it's a lot of things that I cannot overlook simply for the fact of the age of the protag. You know what I'm saying? It was easy for 15-year-olds to get a pass. 20-year-old? No, thank you.
And see, like that's the whole thing, is that Domon Kasshu, the main character of this series, I feel like we talked about this away from the show. In the first episode, we're introduced to him. Pretty fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he caught my interest. Like, that episode really caught me in. That's why I'm kind of a little bit. It's more of an annoyance to me that everything after just makes me just disappointed, because the first episode, it really had me hooked.
No, it's a great first episode in turn, because it throws you right into the world.
Yeah.
I actually, and another thing that I really do enjoy about this series is the fact that they make the narrator a character, and you get that.
Yeah.
I think that was just a nice touch. You can really tell that at this time, because Zeta was right before this, right?
Zeta was a few years before this. That was
before this.
Yeah.
So
Victory was the one right before this.
Right before this, yes.
Yeah.
So you can tell that, even though I know this is 15-year anniversary, but that they had pivoted so much from what the original formula was. And also, too, if you look at what's going on at the time, this was very fitting for where anime was at.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that you see, like, I'm not surprised, because that was it.
There was
Because
for Shonen.
L Games was running at that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yu Hakusho show's hot at the time.
Survivor
So it's like
shows.
the whole tournament battle shonen
Yes.
like trope is at its like highest of highs right now.
Yeah, super moves, the power of friendship, learning
so
your technique. That's at a high rate right now.
At this point, and so I actually understand why they went the route they went with this series of Gundam, and even how they went with this protagonist. Like, Domon's like very much alike other shonen protagonists at this time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is it feels like Sunrise and Bandai decided that Gundam needed a reset button after there was so much trauma built in within how Gundam works. But to me, this is Sunrise cutting way too loose for your first attempt, right?
This is just swing and a miss. Not even an OVA, like a 6-episode thing. Like, you went full 50 episodes, bro. That's a little bit scary.
Because like I said, in the beginning, he fits the archetype of a super robot main character.
Yeah.
What turns it into annoyance for most people is that Gundam of the Week sort of,
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was garbage.
like line. And for me, when I first came up watching this, I'm gonna be real. In a weird way, that's what kind of made me like this, because I come from Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Monster of the Week, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're dealing with the character on the back line of this as we go, but really every week we're just showcasing what this dude can do. It would have been cooler if it didn't end with, have you seen this man?
Have you seen this man?
You haven't? Cool. Well, here I go. Shining finger. Like, if we had tried anything, like doing the Shining Finger sword, like only like 15 weeks in, like, I'm sorry, like by then, most people don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
This show could have really benefited from being condensed.
That first half, that whole first half, if they had condensed that into like the first 8, like maybe 18 at most episodes, rather than
It really, when shout out to Wu-Tang, it's really when Master Asia.
yeah. No, really around like episode 21.
Around there, that's when it really picks up, because you're like, okay, like now you're understanding the story and all this, and all this other stuff. But yeah, no,
it's frustrating.
They try. I think they attempted too hard to make a battle shonen, and that was the issue.
Yes.
Like, even when you think about the mobile suits, like they tried really hard. Like that's the issue. It's just like they tried really hard for each one to like represent the country they're supposed to represent, and it comes off as more goofy than cool.
After a while, it comes off like Gundam Street Fighter 2. Like how Street Fighter 2, every character from a different country had like some sort of stereotypes of the character or something that was like, oh, they're obviously from this nation, right? Shining Gundam's a samurai. Obvious, right?
Yeah.
They gave
Napoleon.
What they did to Holland,
bro. A windmill Gundam. Absolutely ridiculous. Gundam, America gets a cool factor. We got a football player, boxing man. Like, that's kind of cool. And he got a surfboard, shield. Like, he is the 90s. He is the 90s bleeding through the 90s American culture bleeding through on Gundam. Like, they really got that shit right. But then,
they really gave the Cuban one the
Fidel Castro hat.
It said,
Here you go.
Drop it. Cuban. Like, come on, bro. First of all, who's buying the gun plot for this? I wouldn't. I'd be mad, bro.
Bruh.
You give me a tequila Gundam. The tequila Gundam.
The tequila got a sombrero, bro.
Hold on, and wait, why is the Mexican episode about him trying to get across the border?
Yes.
Like, it's about him.
Yes.
Because the show is racist. If you haven't noticed,
Bro.
there's a lot of. There's not even. It's on the cheek. It's right in your face, man. It's right there. You know what they're trying to do.
It's so, like, they're racist to everybody but China.
Yeah.
To everybody but China. Because, like,
I don't know, man.
no,
I mean, listen,
Sai was the only one that got a fucking
a draw with this Mr. I job out everybody in
Master
the show.
Age. Now they're kind of racist towards Hong Kong. for sure.
But that's
yeah,
that's a
Like,
given.
you want freedom? That's evil.
That's a given. It's given the stance on Japan. So like that's just, you know what? They're just pointing at this is just regular everyday thing.
No, the Dragon Gundam is fire.
Yes.
What?
France got a really nice one
They got
too.
Napoleon as a Gundam. That's pretty fire.
The Russian one was absolutely hilarious because it's just like, of course, you put them in a cold, like, gulag prison.
Come on, bro. Like, come on. They
didn't even try with that one.
The British dude just being like, I'm a rifleman. Like,
yeah, come on, bro.
The Canadian Gundam being like, I'm a lumberjack. Like, you might as well have had like pancakes or some type shit. Like, it's literally like everything is so on the nose.
Hey, they went stupid for India.
Bro, they had the Cobra Gundam, bro.
Come on, bro. Come on.
They went crazy.
It comes to
They haven't even brought up Egypt had two. They went Pharaoh and Mummy.
Yes.
They couldn't help themselves. They had to.
Oh my god!
At the same time, though, being 12 and seeing this shit, I thought it was the coolest shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We talked about this on the first episode, though. What makes Gundam and mobile suits cool is that they do have this level of whatever your imagination can imagine. It can be a Gundam.
Yeah.
Like you can.
And Master Asia's got his horse as a Gundam.
Yo, seeing the horse put on the latex.
Yeah, come on.
It's animal abuse. My ass was in pain.
Yeah.
I had to pause the show because I was just like, I feel that we're losing the plot here.
Yeah.
The plot's been lost for a couple episodes, but we're really losing the plot here.
We did too much. 100% did too much.
We really started losing the plot when they faked put Domo in memories. They're just like adding them into memories that he had that he really wasn't there for.
Yeah.
That was not.
That episode
How
was
they did
stupid.
Domon as a whole, like, I will say, right, the way they set up his whole character, where it's like, oh, come to find out his dad's frozen and his brother was used to try to be, you know, like this perfect setup for the Devil Gundam, and they shot his mom. Like, it's just like this whole thing is like, holy fuck. Like,
Wow, yeah, they put the blower to his mom. I was just like, yo.
Domon Kasshu's entire backstory is very, very like hard. But then you get this character that he just yells through everything.
You don't feel bad for him.
It's crazy. Like when you look at his backstory, by the time you get to it, it's like, oh, wow. I would have liked to have known this earlier so I could have cared. Because I feel like you don't get it until like halfway through the show.
Character development is not a thing for this character. You don't learn nothing until the very end, bro.
I mean that's true, and I think that's what makes his character so boring. And it goes into how with Battle Shonen you can hide behind a character being able to fight and just looking cool and having, you know, high-rise jeans and a crop jacket. Like, you can hide behind that and hide behind the fact that this guy has no personality. And when he starts to show it a bit, and it's just like really, they have like these really random times where they make him so like emotionally, like open.
Yeah.
You know, like that moment between him and Master Asia where, you know, he's like, I'm really the Devil Gundam. And he's like, no, like he's crying. He's like, bro, I don't want to fight. Like, and all these things. Or there's like even a moment between him and Shorty where he's kind of like, you know, finally showing her some type of emotional availability.
Man, Rain is treated so wrong in this show.
She got that patience that you can only observe and appreciate, because this was from the way how he was treating her half the series. For all of that, yeah, I'm good, bro.
This is not a very healthy romance at all. Like,
people say it's their strong suit. This is probably one of their favorites. I'm like, Have you watched?
Their love story does, like, I get it. Like the Sekiha love Tenkyoken is cool. I get it, but it literally comes only because of the fact that it's like, okay, well, yeah, they used Rain.
She's a plot device. That's all.
Exactly. They used her as the core of the Devil Gundam, and he had to save her, right? And of course, it had to be his love that freed her. That was literally just how they wrote it. She's supposed to be like the calm to Domon's storm, but every time Domon is like focused on something else and Rain somehow tries to help, he's like, Rain, you idiot, why are you helping me?
He pushes her and all that. I'm like,
he pushed her down to the ground like multiple times throughout the show, which I was like, damn, I don't remember that. Like, I don't remember him literally putting hands on her like a bunch of times.
I did, bro. And it was just, come on, bro. I'm not gonna excuse it because my trauma. I can't do it.
Because every time we're introduced to Domon's backstory, it's never through Domon's point of view. Even he was not there when all the shit happened to Kyoji and his mom and his dad.
That's why
he was the only one not in the room.
That backstory episode, I'm like, through his face, I'm like, bro, this is if you want to make a flashback episode, you do that, but not in this manner, because this kind of
because it's Kyoji's backstory.
Come on, bro. This is not it.
And it's just interesting. Like,
it's so frustrating, bro.
I'm a bigger God Gundam fan than I am a Domon Kasshu fan, right? Like, I really...
I think he had some of the best suits.
Yeah.
In all of Mobile Suit.
Yeah. The God Gundam and the Shining Gundam, both. Badass.
Yeah,
they're such great suits. And I will say this, he benefits from probably one of the easier piloting systems.
Yeah. The mobile fighting system.
His whole set is throw on the latex shoot and your Gundam can do exactly what you're doing.
They only ever show one time where there's like a consequence where, if you're not ready for this shit, it will crush your bones. Like, it's because that kid tried to steal his Gundam. And of course, like, if it's a kid, they're going to be like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
come on.
You're not Saishi. You didn't train. You can't just do this. But beyond that, there's really not no risk other than like, that shit hurted. Like, I mean, you could die in it, but you could die at any Gundam.
You could die in any Gundam,
I mean, bro. Like, listen, bro, he put on the swimmer suit and that's all it was. Like, what is that? That's a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman suit. That's all it is. Yeah. He puts it on, he hops in. I will just say this, as a pilot though, even though he has an easier system, he was good as a pilot.
He was
take out the character as a pilot. He was very good pilot.
The Gundam fighter of Gundam fighters, right? Like, there was some situations where it was like, like they kind of stacked the deck on him. Like, especially in the Hong Kong finals and shit. Like, a lot of times it's some sort of cheating ass situation that he's put in, right? But he winds up working through it all. The only thing I don't like about it is that that's how it winds. That's literally like the crux of every fight.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, bro.
Yeah, because I can almost say like I enjoy Master Asia, Chibity, George, Saishi, Argo. Like, I enjoy like these characters as his rivals or as his master that add to what makes Domon Kasshu what he is more than I like Domon Kasshu. But I respect the fact that, hey, we've got this like really badass fighter in Gundam. We've never had like fighters like that in Gundam. Ever. So I don't know. I do stand kind of mixed on it. But at the same time, we see these mobile fighters do some, or not the mobile fighters, just the Gundam fighters themselves do some wild shit. Like, I feel like these dudes are like even though with Gundam Wing, we see Hiro survive some insane shit, like, blowing his Gundam up and jumping out of it and snapping his bone back together and shit. Michelob Chariot kicking past a building in a skyscraper, cutting in half. out of the Gundam, I was like, oh, these niggas is on a different time. Like,
that's some just Dragon Ball Z stuff.
yes.
That's what it boiled down to. There's some Dragon Ball Z stuff, which in itself, Dragon Ball Z is cool. The robots doing Dragon Ball Z stuff is not. It's cool too, but like, that's all you got. That's not all you got. What about the compelling plot? What about that? Is it there? No, it's not.
I love the fact that they don't give a shit about anyone on Earth, because they're just like, we're gonna throw these Gundams on Earth and destroy your cities, and there is no reparations for anything after.
No, they just treat it as like a local playground, which is like, I get it. I get it. We gotta have our tournament, right?
And that was what was interesting to me. That whole part is that is never important until we find out that's the entirety of like Master Asia's reason for his heel turn, right?
Which was that was just handled
out of nowhere.
What was just
out of nowhere?
We need to change it up. That's just like the storyboard. We need a different angle out of nowhere. That didn't even seem like. Man, riding along as you go. Like, I was supposed to be moved by that. If that was the case, then why not show, like, you didn't even allude to it. You just made Master Asia like a regular one-dimensional light novel villain. When
it's like, after I fought in all the Gundam fights, I saw all the damage that I did to the Earth, and suddenly I felt responsible.
So you did more damage? Oh, yeah. Come on, Mr. Smart Man over here. This is the Master Asia. Like, yeah, you might be a master at martial arts, but as far as using your brain, you are not that at all. I don't get how you go in that Devil Gundam. You're still destroying the Earth, bro. You're still doing damage. Like, has he not seen what he's been doing currently?
And this is why it's like, for everything cool about G Gundam, there's always something where you can look at and say, okay, but
this
don't make no damn sense. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're used to Gundam making sense to some degree.
Yeah, you don't get 15 years and all of a sudden you want to just turn off your brain style of like anything.
I think that's what, because outside of maybe build, like, they really don't ever go back to this format.
Yeah, because they realize it don't work.
They never go back to it.
They're going right back to it.
You know what? Literally, the next series are like children, soldiers.
Yeah, get back to your work.
The only part they took from G Gundam was like, oh, you know what? Multiple of them.
The Fabulous Five.
I think that is the biggest takeaway from G Gundam, is that it opened up the whole theme of let's have multiple Gundams. Let's have teams. And listen, you see that happen multiple times throughout.
I mean, it really is the basic Super Sentai dynamic.
Yes.
Literally, it's just like, hey, we're gonna have 5 of them, and then eventually there's gonna be a 6th one, and he might not be on the same side as them, but that's the one that's gonna be super cool along with all the main ones.
Which is cool.
Bandai's that's been Bandai's bag since the 75.
Since the 70s.
You know what I mean?
They were like, you know what? Why don't we combine our efforts into making something that benefits all of us? You know what I'm saying? Which was a good decision. It's just like, we don't get to excuse it. Like, you can execute well on one thing, but I'm not gonna be like, you know what? Because you did something very beneficial for the series going forward, and I'm not gonna excuse what you did with this. Like, everything else is lacking, bro. Everything else. I don't know how you did 50 episodes of this. I don't get why a lot of some Gundams got episodes canceled for less. Like, come on.
It's very interesting in terms of how they knew what they were trying to do, but every part of what they were trying to use in Gundam that was some sort of inspiration for somewhere else, like, it almost feels like it's like, hey, but isn't that enough that we used it? And it's just like, on paper, it's cool that you got a Super Saiyan Gundam.
Sound good to
and he has a Hadouken and shit. Like, yeah, that sounds cool. But when you're seeing these things, it's cool to see. I would just like for the character to match the coolness factor, because there are characters that are like Domon in anime that I like. Kamina from Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Ippo from Hajime no Ippo. Right?
Yeah.
Like, these characters are similar to Domon.
Ippo got personality though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, is that these characters eclipse Domon.
Yeah, what they did was just try to steal, like, make their own Ryoma.
They did.
From
Hey, they
some
did
ghetto
give us a little
world.
Super Saiyan moment with one of the mobile suits.
Shout out
out
that was
to,
their bag, and that was
Shout out to Sweden.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where she goes berserk mode and
Yeah.
her hair gets all flowy.
I will say, I really did. Man, I fucked with Alan B so much. Alan B. Beardsley, pilot of the Nobel Gundam. It looks like Sailor Moon, and it fights with a berserker mode and goes fucking nuts. Shit. I mean, honestly, Alan B was like the Sakura to Domon's Ryu, you know?
Yeah.
But she winds up just working as better as a character than even Domon does.
Yeah. Surprise. You got stuck with this formula that you made, and you can't. It's not like you could switch main characters by the time you introduce her. So it's like,
So I don't even think that Sunrise and Bandai overall could have, like, okay, what I'm trying to say is, I think they could have avoided a failure easily. I think they really could have. I think they could have avoided a series that's seen the way that it is today, to where people are like, yo, like, either it's a huge valley. Either you fuck with it or you really fucking don't. Right? And all the little pieces that surround the main character, and all the little pieces that surround the reasons for why things happen in this show are cool on their own.
Yeah, on their own.
And even as a collection in some parts, like the Shuffle Alliance is a dope idea. Having a Gundam story that's based on like wuxia kung fu movies is kind of fucking cool as an idea.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
But the glue in this being Domon Kasshu, I don't know. Do you feel like if Domon didn't exist, do you feel like G Gundam would be remembered better?
Nah, because look at what the main focus for the first half is the tournament, and the tournament suck.
Yeah, the tournament. I think
the worst
the issue is that it starts off.
Go back and listen to season 4 for that one, because the tournament makes no sense.
The tournament suck.
I think that there's no structure to it. It's like they really just like run up, get done up.
They introduce rules like, oh yeah, like, hey, like, you can't blow up their head or whatever. But then as long as they use Dark Gundam cells, like, it doesn't matter, right?
It don't make sense. And there were tournaments that were ongoing in different anime that you could have stole from, and you didn't do it. So you made a bad tournament arc. How do you fail one of the most simple concepts in anime history? How do you do that? Only G Gundam can do such a thing. It's
really odd how much in G Gundam I feel like does work in those pockets that just somehow adds to everything being a mess, a huge fucking mess. I don't even to some degree, I don't see why you even introduced this one in the States as the third one. Like, I was like, whoa, like, that's a...
But once again, I get why you do it. I just don't think this was executed well, and I think what the history of Mobile Suit was and is, this just didn't fit.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll rephrase that. I see the why makes sense on paper. It's just when you look at the show and you look at actually like what it is, and then say, oh, well, fuck, like that's all that show is? Like, this is a toy commercial Gundam show.
Them boys were shook by Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what it really boiled down to.
Listen, this shit is like the LA Clippers of Mobile Suit. Where on paper, that roster
It
was
looked
great,
good.
and you should be making it pretty far.
It got a lot of flaws in it.
But in
It got
reality,
flaws.
when you get on the court,
It's flawed. There's
It's
a
a
lot of
flawed
things that can go
system.
wrong.
Oh.
It's a lot that can go wrong. Ideas that work on paper, it sound good. Like things can sound good until you really unwind it and you realize, yo, there's an issue. There's a cog in the system. This series, like, it got a lot of flaws, and you know, maybe that was the intention. Like, maybe you wanted it to like go this route. I don't know. Like, did you wanted to change Gundam for the words or the like? If you wanted to stray away from the war drama thing, I get why you make this. It's just that I don't think you might be very bold to be thinking that people that have been a fan of this series for 15 years is gonna change over to this style permanently. There's gonna be a big disconnect. There was a disconnect for me, and like this is like, you know, I can only imagine in Japan, like, why would you get this? Why would you? And the man who wrote this, he was afraid he would get stabbed, like he would get hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Therefore, said, you know, they might. I thought they would stab me. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Imagawa being scared of that was pretty
Like,
wild.
you
But
playing
it's
with their
just
guns.
crazy how beloved it is, though, right?
In,
Like, just
in the West, in Japan, they did not care about this.
No,
Where?
bro,
No,
I'm sorry.
where?
I disagree.
Where?
I will literally show you pictures. Just this past weekend, it was the Super Robo Cosplay Expo in Japan. I saw
Okay.
mad G Gundam cosplays come out of this.
So why didn't they overall continue this particular?
Do you know why? I feel like, I was going to say, I don't feel like at the time it was well received, and why would it be? But I feel like with it being 30 plus years later, you're going to find pockets of fans for everything. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not gonna say that it's overall beloved in Japan. I'm very certain there's people that feel the same way you do too, but these fans exist.
Yeah, there's a fans for
You know?
every piece of garbage.
Yeah.
People as a whole look at GT as a stain on Dragon Ball. I am a fan of GT. And I'm pretty sure there's others. There's a reason why it's on our
Likewise.
games. But as a whole, I don't think people care about it.
but
Because you don't throw away cash. You don't. And if there wasn't interest in it that strong, they would have attempted to make something out of it. We would have had it like at least a decade ago. A touchback on G Gundam. We didn't get it. No, Sunrise do not leave money on the table. Bandai do not leave money on the table. They've shown you that. They love their anniversaries, do they not?
Very true. Very true. I mean,
it's scary when you
Gundam
don't-
Wing got an entire like trailer for Frozen Teardrop. Whether there's gonna be anything animated for Frozen Teardrop coming, yet to be seen. G Gundam got a fucking picture.
Your
And
picture.
they said there was a sequel, and then it turned out to be a novel. You gotta read.
It was a novel, and it wasn't even a long novel.
It's
At least
3 chapters.
Yeah, Wing got a whole entire 2 novels. Like, at least if you're not gonna continue animating it, at least I would have expected, like a manga or a novel. Other Gundams have gotten this. This is kind of weird for this phenomenon not to be touched on. This is a 15-year anniversary project, and this anniversary project does not get any form of love
Even
from
for
the
its
people
own 30th.
for its own 30th. Seed has gotten more out of Sunrise than G Gundam has. At least with Seed, people love Seed. Japan loves Seed. It saved Gundam in Japan. That's the fact.
Which is insane because that shit's crazy.
It saved it completely.
That shit's
bro.
crazy.
They saved it completely. Sunrise will bend the knee as long as they know that you will put dollar to them. That is the reason why you keep on getting movies. There's a reason why G do not get touched on. Maybe this, like I said, people People love Super Robot stuff. Like
Yeah,
Super Robot,
they do.
that game has been for decades. It's almost as old as some people that listen to this pod. So I get it. There's always going to be a subsection there. Like, you know what? You
And
like
I also, I mean, listen, G Gundam is also one of the, it's one of the entryway mobile suit series for so many people.
Yeah.
You know, so
For
many
me,
people think
definitely.
either Wing or G Gundam was their first one they ever watched. You hear it across the board a lot, and so I definitely understand why G had the popularity it had at the moment in time.
Mhm.
The longevity takes a massive dip, and
Yes.
I think that especially with the content that Mobile Suit touches on, it does make it also kind of a hard overall thing to push. Like G Gundam is their safest thing they've done.
Yeah.
But and obviously they never went back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like you said, Seed really saved this entire franchise.
It saved it, bro. I'm talking
Right.
about saved it.
Gundam was dwindling.
Really
Gundam was
bad.
put on its crutches, bro. It
I
saved
remember
it.
that period where there was nothing after Turn A.
There was nothing. There was nothing, bro. It was gonna be over.
Yeah.
And all Seed is just their own modern rehash of 79 and Zeta. So they wanted that. People want the classics. G is not a classic. Classic to the West because that's probably some people's first ever experience with Gundam.
True.
Good? That's up to you.
And that's why I come in. I will be honest about the fact that I love this show. It was one of my first Gundam shows, but like, there's problems. I personally, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, look, I picked up where I left off from last time. This time, I said, "Hey, I'm very intimate with the first half of this show. I don't need to run that back again." And I picked up from the second half this time. At the Guyana Highlands, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it more because I did that. Because I was like, I don't have to sit through the whole "do you know this motherfucker?" Like, I know that happens.
That was boring. It was boring. I'm burnt out.
No.
What'd you say, LJ?
No, I was saying that I think G Gundam had a good premise at the heart of it.
Yes.
It has a good premise. I think the work that they put around it just made it kind of just fall flat. Like, if they actually gave the tournament some structure and made it seem a bit more like a team country
Anything
effort.
mattered? Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, like, let's actually have some structure around this tournament. Like, let's have this and that, make it a thing. This flows so much better, and you can even leave the you can leave the evil mastermind plot plan in the background, essence of it. You can leave that in there.
Yeah.
That tournament having no structure though at all, and really being, do you know this man? No, let's run it. Or, hey, let's run it in the middle of us running our ones. Hey, also, quick question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw something on your screen. Blink twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
It turns out that this martial arts tournament having no stake and no structure equals terrible tournament. The worst thing is that this little whack unstructured tournament, I don't feel there's any stake to it. Okay, every 4 years it happens. Cool beans. What do they do? What does the tournament solve? Realistically, every 4 years.
Because hell, we saw that the former winner was doing everything he could in this one to trump his way through, saying, "Hey, after this time, we ain't gonna do no more Gundam fights." You know what I mean? Like, he was
gonna destroy it all. He's gonna destroy what he's trying to protect. I love when people do that. Love it. I love it. Just dumb.
I feel like, there are things to enjoy about G Gundam. Domon himself, great fighter.
And
Terrible
like I said,
character.
if we're talking
Terrible person.
if we're talking pure piloting skills,
He cool.
he's really good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
only outside of the character. We're talking
For
about the
his
guy
system.
that's inside.
Yeah.
We're talking about the guy that's inside and controlling the robot.
His robot carries a lot.
Listen, he's cold. If we I gotta be at least be able to call a spade in that.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yes.
And I love the way how I always say for see this is the most sensible system for a mobile suit.
Oh yeah, it is. It
And the
really is.
music rocks.
Oh,
the
man.
and the animation holds
Man.
up. What?
Man, yo, all the Gundams. Okay, all right. All the Gundams that show up in episodes 48 and 49 it's really cool to see this.
Yeah,
like,
that's cool.
like they're not treating it serious, but it's like fucking Infinity War for Gundam.
It was like a CCA moment when they were trying to stop the column.
Seeing Wing Gundam on G Gundam a week early, like seeing F91 in the background, seeing all like being able to like pause and be like, oh shit, that shows this fucking Eon over there.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
That is a perfect tribute to 15 years of Gundam.
Yeah.
Why?
To just Tomino in general,
Yeah,
right?
this was an ambitious project that it
When
failed.
none of it matters, it's just like fuck.
All the cool stuff happens when you're burnt. I was burnt out, bro, and I tried to rewatch this. I rewatched it this weekend. I was burnt out. When you put the cool stuff at the end, when I'm already tired of the first half. What does it mean? You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's over. You can't sell me on. That's like when people tell you, "Oh, skip 200 chapters. It gets really good at." I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
This series is
It's
probably
like, well, then why am I fucking watching it? Yeah.
this as an AMV fire. The fights fire, but as a whole, I would not recommend you to watch 50 episodes of this at all. At all. They ain't touch on this. Sunrise not touching back on this. I'm not touching. Now I can officially say I'm not touching back on this.
That's it, D. I'll never make you have to talk about
I'm
this again.
officially done with it, bro. And I've tried to give this series a fair chance, especially for the pod, because I want to give a take that is not just like me saying it's trash, pod. I want to give a reason to why I say it's trash. But this series just does its best to piss me off. As a fan of Gundam, as a fan of Super Robot shows, I think this is a terrible effort from Sunrise. I'm glad that you learned from your mistakes. I'm glad that you guys don't touch this series. Listen, when y'all were telling me about G Gundam is getting some new media, I was like, really? Really? Oh yeah? Look what happened. You got three chapters. Cool beans, bro.
You better know where to look for them too.
You better. Yeah, they're in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said,
You know.
good stuff, man. Like I said, I'm glad that there's fans. I want people to enjoy stuff. Just because I hate it don't mean that, like, you know, I think everybody should hate it. I'm glad that this has fans. It's just that the fan support was not enough. It was not enough.
That's very true.
They didn't even give it a second shake to make it.
That's very true.
Yo,
Fan
when
support
people
not
say
enough, obviously.
people say that Wing was weak, at least there's a lot of people that say at least Endless Waltz was really good.
Yeah.
You didn't give this a second shake. They gave Wing a second shake, and people say Wing is just as terrible.
And I disagree.
I disagree. I think Wing is mediocre. That's it. It's
I
okay
enjoyed
to be
way
big.
more than I remembered enjoying it. I will say that.
I'll say the same. I think Wing is. Wing got a more fair shake for me this time around.
Yeah.
It's decent mid.
Likewise.
It's decent mid. It's okay to be mid.
But
Sometimes the mid pack do be hitting.
man, listen.
And this is not mid. G Gundam is not mid. This is
There was a time where the dime a mig and a gray swisher had you high for
Listen.
yeah.
All day.
72 hours.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
for
is
real, for
this is
real.
this is slop.
This ain't
is-
even 2010 Blue Dream. You know what I mean?
This
Like,
is this is
Wow, that was a
campy.
run too.
listen. Listen.
That was
That's Iron-Blooded Orphans right there.
that,
nigga.
yeah.
That's that Iron-Blooded Orphans pack.
Yeah, exactly.
But no,
Exactly.
honestly, even with me as a fan, very willing to admit and ready to admit, like there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of things that even I say like take away from how much I could enjoy this show, and I'm very willing to take off my nostalgia goggles and be like, hey, yo, it's not really all that I remember it being. But the parts that I like of it, I have fun watching. And I feel like if you can go into it and just be like, hey, I'm just going into this to watch a quick scene. I just want to see the fucking here I go burning thing. I mean, look, there's a Super Sentai series out right now where their transformation is a hand sword, and it's called the Tega sword because it's named basically after the quote that Domon says, like Tego no Mamoru. You know what I mean? Like that whole thing, like it's named after that. The voice actor Tomokazu Seki for Domon Kasshu shows up dressed up as Domon Kasshu in one episode of the show. There, in that episode, the Red Ranger does a burning finger, God finger on the damn, you know what I mean, opponent in the episode. Like there's little parts where it's clearly there's homage to pay to this, but none of it is for like how great of a character Domon Kasshu is.
It's just super moves are cool. Super moves are cool. That's what it is. In the 90s until now, super moves are cool. I was on YouTube watching super moves when I was growing up because super moves are awesome. This is no exception to the rule. Burning Finger is a cool move. The phrase is annoying. The fact that it spans every episode, so it don't really mean much. It's kind of cool. But super moves are always going to be cool. That is all. This series is a product of the 90s, and it's, for better or worse, a representation that not everything that we love is going to be good.
And that's fine.
Yeah, like Super Saiyans are cool. It's just how you use Super Saiyans. Like super attacks and yelling attack moves is cool. It's just
how you use it.
How you use it,
Exactly. Well, D, thank you for not hating me for bringing this up one last time. I just felt like it was definitely necessary for us to have some fun.
Oh, he's getting his back this season. So it's okay.
I'm a team player before I'm a hater, man.
And I appreciate you so much for it, dog. But next week it's all right because y'all can expect for the rest of the season, like there aren't really too many detractors. We are gonna get to Kira Yamato eventually. I hate that motherfucker to death, but I'm gonna save it.
How can you hate Christ himself, bro?
I'm gonna say, listen, look, Shin Asuka before that motherfucker all day.
How do you hate God in Kira Yamamoto, bro?
Kira Yamato is a fucking idiot, man. I can't stand it. But next time, we're gonna be heading from fiery arenas to the muddy jungles. We're gonna be trading.
This is a real pilot right here.
Trench work. Real trench work.
Real piloting.
That's
really in the field.
Real trench work.
Real trench work next week.
We get into that silent conviction. We don't need none of that yelling. Shiro Amada, the 8th MS team.
Real romance. Real everything. The good stuff in Gundam. You know what I'm saying?
Be ready for it next week. It's just gonna be real heated. We're gonna find out whether love can really develop on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying?
Can it?
Get ready for next week.
This is the slice of life Gundam. This
Yes.
is
Oh,
slice
definitely.
of life.
Yeah.
Definitely. Agent
Yeah.
Machine is different from anything else we talked about, and I can't wait to get back into it and rediscover this series,
Nah,
man.
I'm putting on my thinking cap for that episode. I'm going mad big brain.
It's Gundam better without A types.
Man, listen,
Yo, you know what?
I'll see y'all next week.
Question for next week. Dub slide. We don't, never have, and never will. Y'all be easy.
Y'all easy, man. Domon, you suck, but this pod doesn't. Let's get it.
We out.
Yeah,
Peace.
man. Peace.